To Russia, where we get an inside look at how, despite major U.S. companies stopping all operations, the government has found workarounds, legally or not, to be able to provide Russians with almost everything, including their favorite American movies. ABC's Patrick Reevell has this inside look at Moscow.
After Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine, hundreds of international companies announced they were pulling out of Russia in response. One Western product the invasion was supposed to have left Russians without was Disney movies. The Walt Disney Company halted theatre releases of all its films. Russians hoping to watch the new Marvel blockbuster or second Avatar movie.
She's so close.
Shouldn't be able to. But more than a year since the invasion, that's not the case. Avatar, The Way of Water, hasn't been released in theatres in Russia. But in this Moscow cinema, people are here to see it. Across Russia, movie theatres are showing the latest Hollywood releases, using a variety of schemes to evade restrictions.
Мы же в России живем. Нас ничего не смущает никогда. Поэтому, приходится иногда искать какие-то лазейки, ухищрения и, даже к таким методам прибегать.
The scheme at the Moscow movie theatre is simple. Customers buy a ticket to a different Russian film called Escape. But first they're shown a short preview movie.
Но главная опасность Пандоры.
That preview turns out to be the over 3-hour Avatar sequel.
Билет на один фильм, а получается, что на другой. Такая ситуация.
То есть я, конечно, не знаю, где они их берут, а так то, что показано еще зарубежно, классно.
Russian authorities have so far not stopped the screenings. Instead, the former president Dmitry Medvedev, a Putin ally, encouraged Russians to download pirated movies.
Если они ушли от нас, всякие Netflix и прочие, значит, будем это все скачивать, будем пользоваться бесплатно. А я бы еще и все это по сети разбрасывал для того, чтобы причинить им максимальный урон, чтобы они обанкротились.
The movies are just one example of how Russia is trying to adapt to its new isolation. The Western sanctions against Russia were unprecedented, cutting it off from much of the world's banking system and sealing off swathes of its economy.
I say to the Russian oligarchs and the corrupt leaders who built billions of dollars off this violent regime, no more.
Western governments have targeted assets of the wealthy close to the Kremlin, impounding yachts and private jets. Here in the UK, the government has frozen billions of dollars of Russian assets. But more than a year into the war, there is attention on the growing efforts to evade sanctions. At home, so far, the Kremlin has managed to quite effectively shield Russians from the economic impact of the war. Most Western brands that withdrew from Russia are still available in some form. Some were bought by Kremlin-friendly owners and reopened under new names. McDonald's, now Tasty Full Stop. Starbucks has become Stars. Resellers also import many brands via countries like Turkey or China. How effective are the sanctions right now? How much are they hurting Russia?
Originally, we thought that the economy was going to collapse. If you look at Ukraine, the country contracted by 35%. It shrunk almost to a half. We thought that this was going to happen to Russia as well, but it didn't.
Russia's economy has weathered sanctions better than expected, largely because last year, European countries continued to buy Russian energy. That has now changed.
I think the biggest change in the new year is the fact that now, for the most part, energy is sanctioned. This is a game changer, in my view. It will become more difficult for Russia to finance its budget, but it all depends on where it finds friends elsewhere.
Russia has found a key friend so far in China, which has filled some of the gaps left by Western countries. Trade between Russia and China jumped by a third last year. Experts say that reliance on Beijing will only grow. The new normal for Russia.
Really interesting, Art. Thanks to Patrick for that look. And a reminder that the Disney movies shown in that report are owned by ABC News' parent company, Walt Disney.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.